wise man once said, "Yay, it's wrestling time again! Wrestling time! Our most watched things, wrestling times!"
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
Now, this is being done a little bit differently due to work and time commitments. My work and time commitments, not them, blame me. This first episode, 'tis I, le cleft de heft, avec le bear de Jolie.
The Beast of Bristol.
Oh god, that is absolutely going to be your sex crime name.
Yeah, it's the Jolly the Barrier.
You may remember him from such things as Crime Watch.
That wasn't proven.
Mm.
Anyway.
Just because they don't prosecute doesn't mean she wasn't a prostitute. As my grandma used to say to me. So we're reviewing... No, you shut your fucking hole when I'm fucking talking to you. We're reviewing the first half... Oh, well, it's going to kind of span over a little bit more in the first half because we're going to just do a little bit of the old pre-show of the longest event of the summer. Summer fucking Slam 2017.
Yay. Can we just say, though, before we start, NXT Brooklyn 3, what a fantastic show.
Yeah, as you said, NXT should really start doing the Sunday shift and move other WWE pay-per-views to the Saturday.
Especially if they're going to carry on doing what they're doing. Anyway, let's get on with the hottest show of the summer, or the longest show. It felt like it.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah.
To defeat the SummerSlam review.
Well, this is getting edited.
Yeah,
so...
Kickoff show.
Yeah, start with kickoff show.
Brief rundown. The first match in the kickoff show was the sparsely populated Miz and his Miztourage.
Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, yeah.
Accompanied by Maurice.
Yep.
Maurice is one of those women. Some lights, I'm like, oh, yes, let me devour you. And in other lights, I go, oh no. Oh, no.
What, like, lights turned off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lights turned off. Still wood with your body, not with your face, thank you.
Yeah, and they were facing, Jason Jordan and the Hardys.
The actual match itself was very by the numbers. There's nothing... Yeah.
For me, it was... So, as a match, it was a... Yeah.
Yeah, it happened. Miz beats Jordan with a skull-crushing finale.
Yeah, after he tagged himself in, and Jordan didn't see it. Wasn't out special.
Nah.
5-10 minutes up of the kickoff show.
I've not graded the kickoff shows. I have graded the main show matches, but
I'd say it was I'll say C.
Yeah, I'd agree with a C. Then after that, after a lot of talking and a lot of vignettes,
advertising.
Yeah, it was then Neville, King of the Cruiserweight. I'm a goblin from Newcastle, and Akira Tozawa. Ha! That's all I got.
I mean, for me, like Neville with Austin Aries at WrestleMania, fantastic show. However, again, put on the pre-show.
Yeah. Austin Aries, big missed opportunity for me.
Yeah.
But I can understand why he wanted to leave, and he having seen some of his stuff, it was a mutual thing because he was rubbing a lot of people up the wrong way backstage. Yeah. I can imagine that happening.
But he also likes to wrestle a certain way.
Yeah.
And he's very stubborn regarding it. It was a really, really... I mean, I really highly rate Neville. And Akira as well. There was a lot of close finishes. high flying spots. Really enjoyed it. The match itself was really, really good. I enjoyed every part of it. And Neville did what he does best, and that's work to the best of his ability. Personally, I would put that as an A. I would put that as a top match, especially for a cruiserweight.
I probably would have gone for a B+, but yeah, that's fair. More talky, more silly, more remember these things that happened not all that long ago, and then a match that a lot of people are saying could have been the match of the night, and it was exceptionally good. New Day versus the Ooh.
So
We'll work on that.
yeah, we saw it was Xavier Woods this time with Big E. Very rare to see Woods in the ring.
Yeah.
Me personally, if it wasn't for the main event, the New Day and the versus the Usos has got to be, including the kickoff, has got to be the second best match of the night.
Yeah.
And pretty much one of the best tag team matches of the year.
Definitely
for me,
A-grade.
it's got to be A+.
Oh.
As high.
The Usos never really get the credit they deserve, but for a long time they've been doing a lot of good work. And then the lights did dimmeth, and lo, the proper SummerSlam did begin, and it shocked the fuck out of me that John Cena came out first. Cena and Corbin, first match, worryingly short. This didn't even go for 10 minutes.
Clearly they weren't happy, and they wanted to just kill it dead there and then. And the match, you could see it there as soon as it started, the way that John Cena was taking the piss and berating Corbin. You could see that it was...
Boy, done fucked up.
They thought putting the Money in the Bank on Corbin would do well for him, but clearly the fans unfortunately are very fickle at the moment, as you can hear it in the crowds at all the shows, aren't taking to him.
No.
And unfortunately he isn't very good on promos either, which isn't helping.
John Cena, he might be the best person in the world.
Yeah.
Just what he does is...
Well, he's the most requested Make-A-Wish person.
By, what, double?
Yeah.
The end of the match was, they basically just repeated the same spot that they'd done earlier. Corbin gets brushed aside by Cena. He goes out under one bottom rope, comes back around, in under another bottom rope, tries to do a clothesline, where before he connected, this time he missed. AA, 3 count, done. And then after the match, you don't always see a lot of John Cena interacting with the crowd, which I think is really unfair on him. But after the match, you can see he just sort of went straight to the crowd, and he started, giving shit out. And like I say, John Cena the wrestler, I don't always have a lot of time for. He can have some really great matches, but John Cena the person, man, oh god, I wish he was my dad. He's just so fucking good. Recently, also, he's not been afraid to lose. Baron Corbin losing here did him no favours, and it did Cena no victories.
It was that whole, as I said, it was that whole thing of there was no reason for John Cena to be there.
No.
It was a matter of we've got a space, can you fill it?
Yeah.
That was it. So for me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say a C.
I'm just slightly below you. I'd give it a C minus because the actual wrestling was punchy, kicky, not very muchy. After that, SmackDown Women's Title match: Naomi versus Natalya. I'm practicing to be the next Tekken voiceover guy.
I thought you were trying to be that guy who does the Michael. Is it Michael Booker who does the
yeah,
WCW?
Michael Buffer.
Buffer,
yeah.
That's it. Sorry. Yeah.
In this corner,
Yeah.
feeling the glow, Naomi.
I mean, for me, Naomi as a champion is being really good, but when she's on weekly shows and you get them to be on a big commentary team, and you ask them a question and all they do is go, yeah, and that's their interaction for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
It needs something needs to change. Match for me, the match itself, it was just unfortunately, it was nothing special. It was just a SmackDown women's match with the banner of SummerSlam above it.
I thought it was one that started slow and it grew. It got slightly better.
Yeah, it were all right.
Yeah, it was nice to see Natalya win though, because as you've said, She was just spinning wheels for so long and eating so much shit. The thing is, as well, if I hadn't had the match, revealed to me, I think I still would have guessed who was going to win just by when Naomi came to the ring and, champion's holding up the belt and everything. She just had a look that was like, oh shit, I'm going to lose this. Like, she just didn't look as happy as she could have done. And so I think I would have guessed it. But overall, I'd give it a C+. Like you say, it was okay. It was nothing bad, nothing great. Next up,
this clusterfuck.
I smell toy sales. Oh wait, no, this was a fucking terrible match. So you had Usos New Day on the pre-show, and it was so goddamn amazing. And then you've got Big Cass versus the Big Show, with Enzo Amore held up there in a shark cage. This absolutely should have been a pre-show match.
Yep.
And Big Cass, he is now injured and probably out for 9 months with an ACL injury, and that is gutting for him. But if he'd have been fit, he would have had a real uphill battle to get anywhere now, because the dynamic was he was the muscle and Enzo was the mouth. Now you've got a mouth
with no muscle,
and you've got a muscle with no mouth. And I say muscle, Big Cass has a really weird
body.
Abdomen.
Yeah,
it's like muscle fat.
To be honest, I couldn't give a shit about this match. I mean, it's awful. I mean, I love the Big Show to bits. I've been a very big fan of his. And he's facing Big Cass. It's almost as if they've gone, we've thrown loads of people's names into a hat, we'll pull it out, and this is who you're going to wrestle.
I think what it maybe was, he did do some really good matches with Braun. And they were really good big man matches, and the crowd were really invested in him anytime they did it.
Yeah.
But with this, it was so dull, and the crowd just weren't into it.
Thing is, Big Cass can't wrestle. How I see it, how I physically watch when I'm watching it, they have not changed in any way, shape, or form from NXT.
It was.
Yeah.
Was just awful.
I just don't. I don't know what else to say other than they shouldn't have broken up. As I said, they've been in front of TV for too long, and this match went on for far, far too long.
Nobody. Maybe Dusty Rhodes when he was alive, because he had, baby, I got some crazy ideas. I'm gonna put this little boy in a shark tank. It's gonna be amazing. Nobody.
With that.
Jamaican.
Okay.
You're making me crazy for Dusty.
Line them up.
You line them up, I get charged.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that shark cage is in any way a good idea. It is purely to sell the toy set. For me, the only time it has recently worked, Chris Jericho almost made it work, but nah. The Authors of Pain versus DIY tag match. That is the closest it's come to working, with Paul Ellering suspended up there.
I think last time I thought Shark Cage did really well was when it were in Deep Blue Sea.
Whoa, what a callback.
Yeah, that's how old I am.
Wow. Rather unfortunate, that's how old I am as well.
Yep.
Nearly 30.
You could hear the crowd weren't bothered. They were chanting boring at times. The plus side of it is watching Enzo strip down to his pants, oil himself up, and then squeeze himself through the bars, which is quite funny, and then drop down and get booted in the face, whereas you'd have thought he'd have jumped at Big Cass.
Yeah. Even if it would have maybe looked better if while he was dropping, that is when Big Cass booted him, and literally just made it look like he had fucking murdered him.
Yeah.
Instead of just drop, land on your feet, boom, kick in the face.
Yeah, even if he grabbed him and then put him into a sidewalk slam.
Yeah, catch him on the way down. There's just...
It just wasn't well executed.
It was just a case of 2 big boots from Big Cass to the Big Show.
Yeah.
Match is over with.
Stamping on your hand.
Yeah. D-.
What's your lowest grade?
Oh, technically F. Well, that's... The next match, I suppose, is technically the lowest grade, but the lowest grade that should technically be possible is F.
Okay. E.
That's fair.
And I'm not going to do the plus and minus,
That's
except for the New Day, because that was just amazing. This is an E. It's time up. I'd rather have sat through an advert.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, the rumour is that nobody backstage really likes Enzo, but Cass was...
Yeah, don't be a cunt on a bus.
Don't be a cunt on a bus, as my granddad often said to me as we took the megabus down to London. People apparently do quite like Big Cass, so it does seem like he was broken off just to keep him safe. And in the end, it's arguably just working out worse for both of them. And 2 years, I can thoroughly imagine that neither one of them are there, or 9 months, a year's time when Cass is back from an injury, completely ignore what has happened and they put them back in a tag team and they get the belts. And also, I'd like to see Enzo as being a manager, because I think it was Cyrus the Jackal. He does a podcast with Lance Storm. That's really good. Yeah. And I think it was him who was saying Enzo wrestles like he wrestles and he bumps like a manager. So the way that he will sell things, like the way he flops about, that's not how a wrestler is meant to sell necessarily.
No, he's doing it like Bobby Heenan would.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Doing it like, as you said, like any manager.
That's effectively appearing really weak, and that is what a good manager should do. It's not what a good wrestler should do.
No.
And he could be a good manager like a Truth Martini, because he's got the mouth on him.
Yeah.
Will they ever do that? Yeah, we'll see, because for me, he's gotten no better. He was gradually getting better in NXT, and he peaked, and he's stagnated since then. He's not got any further on.
I agree with you. Yeah, spot on.
Right. The next quote-unquote match. Now this may be where my reviewing system goes out the window. Rusev Udrel, Rusev Machka versus the man who hears voices in his head. They cancel him. They understand. It's Randy Orton.
Yeah, they don't commit him. Right, so shall we talk a bit about them before the match? Because what we're going to talk about is probably going to be longer than the match.
Yeah, well, what I really, especially right now, they need to just stop doing all this America versus anyone who's not American shit. Because everything they're doing is just old hat. It is flag matches. It is, oh, Americans, you're stupid. We're very smart. And they never do anything new with Rusev. It is just, he's a well of untapped potential.
Rusev is a monster.
Yep.
He's a monster heel. He could even be a monster face. But he's a monster heel, like how they portrayed Sheamus in the past. There was a point... Well, there you go. He was undefeated for over a year. And then he got beat by, I think it was John Cena. And then after that, it was pretty much, right, we ain't got out to do, because we can't do these street gimmick anymore.
Yeah.
Now, I work for a wrestling company. And
all right. Billy Big Bollocks. Pimp your wrestling company, quickly.
BWE, British Wrestling Entertainment. Tell you later.
Ask your mother. She'll know.
But yeah, going back to it, it's Rusev can be done in such a way that he's a monster.
Yeah, and this is not how you do it.
No.
What this was, a few minutes is a pretty much beat down by Rusev.
I won't even say that. Randy Orton comes to the ring.
Yeah.
Goes to the bottom. If you're looking at the screen, it's your bottom right hand corner. And while he's there posing, Rusev comes in, smacks him up back, brings him down, smacks him a couple of more times, and then
referee says, "Oh, you okay? Do you want to carry on?" Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Bell rings. RKO. Out of gosh darn nowhere.
And through a 3.
And that's it.
I pissed longer than that.
I just have written down here, fuck this.
I've got, what was the point?
Yeah.
However, it could build a good story from it for Rusev. It could build from that. But the fact that Rusev didn't have an opponent 2 weeks ago, and then Randy Orton went, pick me.
This is another rush feud.
Yeah.
Like you say, it could have been something like SummerSlam is either where you start a feud or where you end a feud. And for me, you don't start a feud like this unless you do it essentially how the Brock Lesnar Goldberg thing went, which is, all right, you did this once. That's a fluke. You don't do this to me again. The next time, it doesn't go down this way.
This, I just thought, it was almost as if they've gone, shit, 2 people haven't turned up. Can you 2 come and fill space?
Yeah. Shit, we forgot to make an advert for this bit. Rusev, Orton, go!
Unless I'm being paid an absolute fucking ton, if I was Rusev, I'd be sat there really considering my future with WWE. How he's been treated for the last...
Yeah.
Since he lost the belt
2
to
years.
John Cena ago. A year and a half ago. Basically, for a year and a half, his career's gone down pan. Now, a lot of people have said that's their way of punishing him and Lana.
Yeah.
Because she might have been a GM of Raw. They were going to potentially get a big push. Now, whether or not that's all up in the air because it didn't.
I think
shared it.
Just go to New Japan. He would destroy it in New Japan.
They absolutely love American and Europeans.
Yeah. I gave this match ungraded. I physically could not grade this match because this wasn't a match. This was a move. And
I agree with you. I didn't even have time to grade this match. It was over that quick. I got the pen and went, what?
I came back. I'd just finished wiping my dick because I have a sloppy piss. And it was on to the next match.
However, crowd being crowd as it is, and it's always fickle at times. The crowd loved it.
Yeah.
Overall,
fuck this crowd.
As a crowd, they can go piss off.
Yeah.
As a wrestling fan for over 20 years that I am, I thought this could potentially be one of the worst matches I've seen. Now, as I said, storyline, everything like that. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it could lead on to something else, or it could be the end of a feud where it's been building up and gone, right, I've got you just like that, done and dusted, over. But it was just I don't know what to do for this Sunday. Let's put you two together. Very disappointing.
Yeah. And now we move on to the main event of this podcast. Da Boss, Sasha Banks versus...
She had a dream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hadn't made it.
Yeah. I don't know what rest of words. All the way.
My cousin is Snoop Dogg and stuff.
Word.
Along with the little cutie patootie Alexa Bliss.
What, the Booker T keeps looking at my ass?
Yeah.
And every time it's some... And done in the back there going, quick, go check to see if Booker T's looking at her ass.
You would.
For me, Alexa Bliss, I don't know what it is about her. I don't know if it's because I can fit her in my pocket because she's so small. I just think from NXT when she did the little like cheerleader thing to now, I think she's just progressed so well. Don't get me wrong, there have been times when you've seen her in the past since she's been on Raw and SmackDown where you've gone, ooh, that's a bit of a botch, but hey, everyone botches.
She's still not there.
No.
And the thing with this is there's a lot of stuff going around that these two really don't like each other. Or at the very least, Sasha really doesn't like Alexa.
All right.
And to do with, Sasha like grew up loving wrestling and Alexa just kind of got brought into it and now she maybe thinks she's shit hot. But she has come a long way.
Yeah, but you could sit there and say, well, Paige, if you can find the documentary online, she clearly doesn't want to be into wrestling, yet she's the one that got the job. She didn't want to be in it. Charlotte Flair didn't want to be in it.
Nope.
She's only doing it because of her brother who's passed away. Yet I don't understand why Sasha Banks has got a gripe with Alexa Bliss, if we're led to believe.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah. So
it's also really weird how people have really turned against Bayley and also Sasha as well. Like in this match, there was a lot of booing of Sasha.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, when during the entrances, she came out it's a hometown crowd. No one give a shit. And Alexa Bliss came out. She got a bigger pop.
Yeah.
Now, not a lot of people complain that they pipe the cheers and boos in, but you could clearly hear that the crowd really loved Bliss more than Sasha Banks.
Yeah. I just think it's probably all down to absolutely awful booking for Sasha and Bayley over the time that they've been there. And
Yeah.
Alexa has tried to make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
She's tried to make the best out of a bad storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, Bliss is a fantastic heel. She's a bratty little girl who wants her own way, and it's working. And the crowd and fans and the universe absolutely love it. I don't think she should change in any way, shape, or form. She's doing fantastic.
Nothing was done in an unsafe manner, like can happen when two people don't like each other.
No, absolutely.
Overall, match-wise, it was pretty good. About the level I expected him to work. I didn't like the finish just because I don't know. It just didn't feel like there was enough of a build-up to Alexa tapping out. It was really weird. I felt like it could have been built up a little bit more. She seemed to do it quite quickly overall.
Yeah.
But
agree. And I actually think the good thing would be is to have Bayley turn heel and not Sasha, because there's no reason why Sasha needs to turn heel.
yeah,
You've got no baby faces. And Bayley turning heel would cement the whole, hang on a minute, you took over my spot, you've won the belt, I didn't get my fair shot, I want a title shot at you.
Yeah.
And she becomes the heel. Bit like how Becky Lynch with Natalya, where Natalya turned on Becky Lynch after they've got beat a few times.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I think it would work that. Some of the stuff that they did was good, but unfortunately it's one of those where all the women have been putting on such good matches on Raw
Yeah.
that this didn't feel special. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from them. I think they're both fantastic in the ring, but because they've been doing it for such a long time, every week, and they're doing the best to pull the ratings out,
Yeah.
this just felt like a Raw match. However, this was in leaps and bounds far better than the SmackDown women's match, and even like the Big Show and everything like that.
Yeah. For me, again, because I'm using the including pluses and minuses, I give it a B minus. I thought comparatively good. I know that they can do better.
I'd give it a B. Comparing it at the two women's matches that we've had, I'd give it a B plus. But yeah, I just thought solid match, very solid match.
Now, obviously, the rest of the card I'm going to be running through with Olaf. However, as an overall, your opinion?
If we don't include the kickoff show matches, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
But then again, if we're going to go by if we go by the big four, it was how I felt about WrestleMania. The second half of the card of SummerSlam is far better.
Yeah, you got given the shitty end of the stick.
Hey, you can roll a turd in glitter. It's still a turd, but at least it's shiny and nice. But but if we include the kickoff, if it wasn't for that New Day match, I think
there's not a good match really in the first half.
Yeah, if it weren't for the New Day match, I don't think I'd have thought it's going to get any better.
Yeah,
and it does.
Fair.
Very, very well.
Very, very fair. I will come to my overall grade in the second half. But for now, Jolly the Bear, thank you very much for being here.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
One more time, a pimp for your work. Do you have a Twitter? Do you have an Instagram? Do you want anyone to follow you anywhere?
Right, so I'm Jolly the Bear on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram with the same name. And I'm on Facebook, just Michael Jolly. And you can also follow my Facebook page, Wrestling with the Bear. I also work for a company called BWE British Wrestling Entertainment. We do shows in West Yorkshire. Please look out for us on Facebook. Just search BWE Wrestling. It's just a black background with a gold lion on it. We'll hopefully be doing some more shows in Halifax in the next couple of months. We're also on Twitter and Facebook. And also we have a women's division, which is the Bombshells. And again, we're Facebook, Twitter. But if you search for me online, on Twitter, you can always ask me, or Facebook, ask me what companies I work for. I've worked with El Ligero. We've worked with numerous people in the UK. Worked with Chris Ridgway, fantastic wrestler, fantastic indie wrestlers. And if you don't check me out or check our wrestling company out, please go to see some indie wrestling. Fantastic. And thank you very much for having me. And hopefully see you again soon for Survivor Series, if not before.
Cool. See you later, guys. Remember, don't put sticks in your dicks.
Glorious. No, I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend.
It's like having two twin brothers, two twin sons, sorry, and they turn round and your favourite one is actually the one that's not doing very well in his life.
Yeah.
So you break the other kid's leg. You're not gonna go above him. He's my favourite.
Dark analogy there.
Yeah.
Dick in butt, dick in butt, dick in butt. La, la, la.
You got away with stuff like that.
Your head was all full of the jizz.
Yeah.
That you need to wank away. Wank away the head
Over
jizz.
Sunny. Not now, but then.
Oh no, it was Sable then, surely.
No, it was Sunny for me.
Oh man, I used to fucking. I always remember the Fully Loaded where Sable came out with just the latex handprints on her boobies. Oh, good.
Or what about
God.
what about Royal Rumble where they did the swimsuit thing and Jacqueline pulled the top apart and showed her boobies, and then Mae Young tried to get undressed.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah,
Turns out I will masturbate over anything,
absolutely.
even now.
Please pray away.
Ooh.